Karina baby. Today is December the 25th. Merry Christmas. It is one bright star for our book today. One bright star, 3 wise men taking gifts to Bethlehem. One bright star points the way to the little king on Christmas Day. We 3 kings of Orient are, bearing gifts we traveled so far. Fields and fountains, moors and mountains, following yonder star. Oh, star of wonder, star of night, star of something morning bright, westward leading, still proceeding, guide me to that perfect night. Alright, so in our storybook for our favorite poems, it is a tragic story. There lived a sage in days of yore, and he a handsome pigtail wore. But wandering much and shadowed more, because it hung before him, he mused upon the curtain case, and swore he'd change the pigtail's place. And he had a hanging at his face, no dangling there behind him. Said he, the mystery I've found, I'll turn me round. He turned him round, but still it hung behind him. Then round and out and in, all day the puzzled sage did spin. In vain he mattered not a pin, the pigtail hung behind him. And right and left and round about, and up and down and in and out, he turned, but still the pigtail stout hung steadily behind him. He thought his efforts never slack, and though he twisted and twirled and tack, alas, still faithful to his back, the pigtail hung behind him. Now, how do you get rid of a pigtail? You have to cut it off, right? Alright, the Owl and the Pussycat. The owl and the pussycat went to sea in a beautiful pea-green boat. They took some honey and plenty of money, wrapped up in a 5-pound note. The owl looked to the stars above and sang to a small guitar. Oh, lovely pussycat, oh, pussycat, my love, what a beautiful pussycat you are, you are, you are. What a beautiful pussycat you are. Said the pussycat said to the owl, you elegant fowl, what charmingly sweet you sing. Oh, let us be married, too long we have tarried. But what shall we do for a ring? They sailed away for a year and a day to the land where the bond trees grew. And there on the wood a piggy wig stood, with a ring at the end of his nose. His nose, his nose, with a ring at the end of his nose. Dear pig, are you willing to sell it for a shilling? Your ring, said the pig, I will. So they took it away and were married next day by the turkey who lived on the hill. They dined on mince and slices of quince, which they ate with a replica spoon, and hang in hand on the edge of the sand, they danced by the light of the moon. The moon, the moon, they danced by the light of the moon. Next is the twins. Mama's a twin. Mama has a twin brother who's 10 minutes older than me. And that was a big deal growing up. He was like, I'm older, blah, blah, blah. And he was the boy, so that's what it is. But, okay, so the twins. In form and feather, face and limb, I grew so like my brother. The folks got taking me for him, and each for one another. It puzzled all the kith and kin, it reached a fearful pitch. For one of us was born a twin, yes, not a soul knew which. One day, to make the matters worse, before our names were fixed, as we were being washed by nurse, we got completely mixed, and thus you see my fate decree, or rather nurse whim. My brother John got chastened me, and I got christened. Oh, my brother John got christened me, and I got christened him. The fateful likeness even dows my footsteps went at school, and I was always getting flogged for John turning out a fool. I put the question fruitlessly to everyone I knew. What would you do if you were me, to prove that you were you? Our close resemblance turned the tide of my domestic life, and somehow my intended bride became my brother's wife. In fact, a year after the same absurd mistake went on, and when I died, the neighbors came and buried brother John. Okay, next is the llama. The one-eye llama, he's a priest. The two-eye llama, he's a beast. And I will bet a silk pajama that isn't any three-eyed llama. Calico Pie. Calico Pie, the birds fly down to the calico tree. Their wings were blue, and they sang, Tilly-loo, Tilly away they flew. And they never came back to me. 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 Calico Jam, the little fish swam over the silly blue sea. He took off his hat and the sole in his sprat, and the willy bee wat, but he never came back to me. 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 Calico Ban, the little mice man, to be ready in time for tea. Flippity flop, they'll drink it all up and dance in the cup, but they never came back to me. 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 Calico Drum, the grasshopper comes, the butterfly, beetle, and the bee. Over the ground, around and around. Well, the hop and the bond, but they never came back to me. 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 Oh my. Nothing's ever gonna come back, right? The fly. The Lord in his wisdom made a fly, and then forgot to tell us why. The eel. I don't mind eels except at meals, and the way they feels. Song of the Pop Bottlers. Pop bottlers in pop shop. The pop bottlers, pour pop drops. When pop drops pop bottlers, the pop bottlers pop. Pop bottler tops topple. Pop mops slop. Stop popple dropple bottle. Stop pop stop. When pops bottles pop bottles. Pop bottles pop. Peter Piper. Peter Piper picked a pepper, a pick of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper pick a peck of pickled peppers, what's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? If a woodchuck chuck, how much would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? He would chuck what would a chuck would chuck if the woodchuck could chuck wood. After the party, Jonathan Blake ate too much cake. He isn't himself today. He tucked up in bed with a feverish head, and he didn't much care to play. Jonathan Blake ate too much cake and 3 kinds of ice cream too. From latest reports, he's quite out of sorts, and I'm sure the reports are true. I'm sorry to state that he also ate 6 pickles, a pie, and a pear. In fact, I confess, it's a resembled guess. He ate particularly everything there. Yes, Jonathan Blake ate too much cake, and he's not at his best today. But there's no need for sorrow. If you come back tomorrow, I'm sure he'll be out to play. Alright, baby cakes, I'm going to stop right there. And we'll pick this back up tomorrow. Because I think that Jonathan Blake eating too much cake is a good story to stop at. I love you, and I miss you so incredibly much, Karina, honey. I miss you so much. You have no idea how much I miss you. I hope that you don't miss me as much as I miss you, but I miss you. I miss you so much. Always remember that we are under the same moon and the same sun. Mama's not in a different time zone as you. We're in the same... When you look up at that moon, Mama sees the moon too. Alright, you can always pray. I always pray for you. I always pray for you. I pray to God you're okay. Every single second of every single day, I pray to God you're okay. I miss you so much, and a mama's life without her baby is just... It just doesn't make any sense. Women are meant to have children and raise them. That's what we're meant to do. There's some women who can be career women, and that's the right thing to do for those women. Mama is... I'm a mama. And the only thing I wanted to do in life was to have babies and raise them. I got to have you, and you're absolutely perfect, and I miss you, and I love you, and I can't wait to be back in your life. I can't wait to have you back in my life. And to just play Play-Doh with you, and paint with you, and take you places that you want to go, and do school with you, and just anything you want to do, anything you want to learn about, do science labs with you, do play doctor, like, I have a play doctor kit for you. I have, because I know you want to be a doctor. Mom doesn't even like the doctor game, but, like in the house, I don't know, but like I do have like a stethoscope and, you know, a little, like, I have stuff for you. I have so much stuff for you. I just can't wait to see you. I hope that you're having an amazing day today, because I hope that you're eating good food, and I hope that you're getting everything that you want and everything that you need. I just miss you. I miss you so incredibly much. I miss you so incredibly much. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Well, I looked over Jordan, and what did I see? Coming forth to carry me home, a band of angels coming after me, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Well, sometimes I'm up and sometimes I'm down, coming forth to carry me home. But still I feel my soul is heavenly bound, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Now if you get there before I do, coming forth to carry me home. Tell all my friends I'll be coming there too, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Now if you get there before I do, coming forth to carry me home. Tell all my friends I'll coming there too. Coming forth and carry me home, swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth to carry me home, swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. You know that I love you. Coming forth to carry me home. You know my word is good. You know my word is true. Coming forth and carry me home. Swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Swing low. Sweet chariot, coming forth and carry me home. Lila Tove and good night to Lila Tove. May your dreams come true. We sing Lila Tove. May Israel protect you throughout the night, until we reach the morning light. I love you, and I miss you so incredibly much, baby. Your mama will always love you, okay? I will always, always love you. I tried to give you the best foundation that I could possibly give to you, which means that I let you be born when you were ready, not when I was ready, because I'm not selfish like that. And I let you develop when you were little. I held you, and I did Your Baby Can Read with you, and I read you storybooks every single day. Every single day. I constantly sang to you. You're my baby. You're my baby. And when I had you, that's where my world revolved around. Anything that you needed, anything that you wanted, anything I could do to protect you, I did. I did. And sometimes mamas, I used to tell you this all the time, I'd much rather have it be mama be hurt than anyone else in our house. Sometimes mamas do have to sacrifice themselves, and it's not right, but I love you, and I miss you so much, honey. And all I'm trying to do is just get back to you. To get to see you, to get to hold you, to get to take you places, to get to do things with you. You always were just able to be yourself when you were with me. You like what you like and do what you wanted to do. I always had an emphasis on pick what you want, do what you want to do, because you're important. You're very, very important. Okay? And if you know yourself and you're able to make the decisions that you need, like even if you want that purple notebook or that pink notebook that you want, down to the color, it's important. It's important for you to get things that you need, but to you to get things that you want to, and to have experiences and to learn what's in the world, so this way you have the opportunity to be like, oh, I do want to play the piano, or I do want to play the cello, or I do want to learn Spanish, or I do want to learn Latin, or I do want to learn Italian, or I do want to learn Polish. Like, but you have to be exposed to things to be able to pick them out and be like, I do want to do that. I do want the science kit. I do want the chemistry set. You have to be exposed to these things for you to want to do them. And that's all I was trying to do. I was trying to give you experiences so this way you knew what was out in the world, and you could be like, oh, well, I want this. And that's, we went to a Christmas play and you were like, Mama, I want that. I'm like, what, the piano? And you're like, yeah. And so a couple months later, within 4 months, you had a piano. And you were learning how to play the piano. It was amazing. And the only reason why you knew what that instrument was, yeah, you've seen it on the page a whole bunch of times, because we went over the piano and the cello and the this and then that, over all the string instruments and everything like that. You knew what they were, and you listened to them. But it wasn't until you saw it in person that you were like, I want to learn how to do that. And so you need to have, because you've had the experiences. We were listening to Baby Mozart, and we were listening to stuff like that, but I don't think you knew exactly what it was to feel the music, even though you felt it through listening to it, but you weren't in person until you were in person listening to it, It's just a different experience when you're in person. And Mama's like that too. I need to be somewhere. I need to be that place to really experience something. So I travel a lot, and I go a lot of places, and I do a lot of things, like, because I need to be somewhere to experience something. And that's all I was trying to do with you. I was trying to take you places so you could be someplace, so you could experience what you need to experience, to be like, oh yeah, I want that. I want to learn how to do that. And I want you to think for yourself. I don't want you to imitate anybody else. You are the only one that's you. You're going to spend 24 hours of your day with you. From the time that you're asleep to the time that you're awake, you know you the best. And it's okay if you don't think like Mama. It's okay if you don't think like Papa. I want you to think for yourself. And that's what I always wanted. I wanted you to think for yourself, and I wanted you to like what you like, not because someone else likes it, or not because someone else doesn't like it. I want you to be able to be like, oh, well, I know me, and this is what I want to do with my life. And, like, I want you to know yourself. Because it's important. It's important to protect yourself, and to drink lots of water, and eat vegetables, and to do the right things. Behavior is very important. It's very important to Mama. I love you so much, honey. Like Papa always used to say, Mama's Papa's sun, Papa's my moon, and you are quite literally our rainbow baby, and we love you. We love you so much, honey. I love you so much. I get to see you every single day. You're all the way around my room. I don't get to see you in person, but I get to dream about you, and I get to see you in photographs. I miss you so much. I had you every single second of every single day, and we were just exploring the world together. You were going to the Children's Museum, and you were going to see fireworks, and you were going to see the Magic Man, like the guy who does magic, and the Bubble Man, the guy who does the bubbles. You were going to events and activities, and you were having fun with your friends, and you were going out. You were doing school every day. You were reading books. You were doing so amazing. You were doing so amazing, honey, and your brain still has so much potential. It does. I love you so much. I miss you so much. I love you, baby. Merry Christmas, honey.